Welcome back to another video. We have a detail on this 2013, I believe, Fiat Abarth. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Please correct me in the comment section if that's even possible. But we're doing an exterior detail on this, and as you can tell, it has been a while since it's been cleaned or washed. As far as washed, it's been a while since it's actually been, polished or even had a wax on it. Probably years and years ago. So here, just giving you a quick before of the wheels and tires and paint condition. Now, I will say this wasn't meant to be a full correction process. I was very limited with what I had and worked within the constraints of time that I was allowed. So it wasn't going after every scratch. It wasn't polishing every single last surface panel that's on the car, but it was just to make it look a lot better, and again, the given time I had. So to kick off the detail, we're going to start off with the wheels, tires, and fenders. And if you want to know the tools and products that just check the description box down below. Don't worry about having to hear every single last thing that I say. Just check the links down below. I'm using the Karcher 1700 as a pressure washer. I'm using Adams Polish's wheel and tire cleaner diluted 2-to-1 for the fenders and tires. It's quite an aggressive cleaner, so when I don't have to use it, or when I don't have to use it as much, that will be my choice just because it is rather aggressive. For the fenders, I'm using this easy detail brush. You could have used the long fender brush. That's just what I chose for this one because I wanted to try it out. And for the tires, as far as the brush, because I'm still using Adams wheel and tire cleaner, it's just a tire brush that I picked up from Jay Leno's garage. You can basically pick up this tire brush anywhere. And for the face of the wheels, the wheel itself, I'm using Jay Leno's wheel cleaner. Forgot what it's called. With the Adams Polish's wheel willies. And I forget the brand. The links will be down below for the brush I'm using to clean the face of the wheel. Now, something I've always kind of done is just if it needs a quick little touch up behind the wheels or somewhere, it is super easy just to use your hands. Granted, only do this when you have enough clearance and you don't have to bang up your knuckles or anything. But that's just something real quick that I do every now and then where it's like, okay, you know what? I can use a brush, but I could also just kind of wipe it down with my fingers. Next step is to rinse the vehicle down, and this is just, after you do this, you've basically removed everything from the paint. And this one, although there was dirt and grime, I mean, even if it was a more extreme case, like you're knocking down mostly everything. So when it's time to come to the wash, you're literally just touching the wash mitt to the paint, and there's not much debris in between that. Now, usually I wouldn't do this, but just because I can and you guys like seeing it, I'm gonna foam it down. I didn't adjust the dilution in the bottle there. That's why it came out so like runny. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's a small car, so I don't really care. I'll just keep on going on. And now I go straight into the wash process after the foaming. I don't rinse down the foam part just because it's unnecessary. Although it kind of looked like it was rinsed down, but that's just because the foam was so runny, it just went off the car. I'm using one bucket and one wash mitt. I'm not concerned here about being super delicate or super careful because if you saw beforehand, the paint was already in terrible condition. So even if I were to install a few swirls and scratches, I'm gonna polish them out and it's gonna make no difference one way or the other. And the next step is to literally just rinse down the vehicle. If we went with a rinseless wash, we could have skipped a lot of these steps and just went straight to the drying. But this is YouTube and you guys like to see that, so that's why I went with that option. And just as an added detail to those tight areas like the logo, emblems, the grill, you can use your soft brush with your dedicated cleaner. Here, still just using super clean diluted 10:1. And I'm gonna get all the tight areas that some dirt may have accumulated, just to make sure I'm getting, I don't have the most time, but if I can get into the details a bit more than just a standard wash, that's always favorable. And then we're gonna jump over to the gas cap, which it wasn't bad. You could have just wiped it down with a towel, to be honest. But again, for the YouTubes, so now that the standard wash process is done, we're gonna jump into the decontamination phase. And here we're first starting with the chemical decontamination, which is from Adam's Polishes. It's their iron remover. And here it's the product where once it comes in contact with the metal, whatever's on your car, it's gonna turn purple and bleed off. Here on this vehicle, it actually had none of it. So that's a good thing in terms of it didn't have that on the paint, but a bad thing in terms of it doesn't seem as satisfying because you didn't get to see it turn purple. Regardless, it's still a good thing for your car that it doesn't have all that metal shavings on the vehicle. Next step is we're gonna jump to the claying process, and I have the pump sprayer. Highly recommend getting a pump sprayer for the for long use cases here like ONR for claying. I have Optimum No Rinse in the spray bottle, and then I'm using the Nanoskin clay mitt. And again, this vehicle actually wasn't that bad, so I'm able to move by it pretty quickly. I just wanted to give it a quick little touchdown just in case there was anything there. Again, highly recommend you pick up a pump sprayer. These are way more expensive than spray bottles. So now that we're done here, the last step is I just spray super clean diluted 10:1 on the entire vehicle just to make sure I get off any residue or anything that may still be on the paint. And I don't do it, I literally just spray it and then rinse it off. Again, if you have warmer weather conditions, you may have to be a lot quicker or change up something. I'm going to skip the drying process just because that's pretty straightforward. Now let's look at the paint one more time. And if you think that, I caused a majority of the swirls and scratches, or I really did something significantly different that installed more swirls and scratches, then no. I mean, this is years and years and years and washes of neglect. The paint received a one-step polish using the Grit's Garage G15 with the Oberk yellow foam polishing pad and the Oberk Supreme polish. This is what I literally did across a majority of the vehicle, and for just one pass in the very limited time that I had, from those single passes I was able to remove, let's say, 80 to 85 to 90% of these swirls and scratches. Again, very little time, just enough effort to make a significant difference. I mean, look at the left light to the right side light. It's a night and day difference. And then here I'm using Adams Polish's paint prep polish, whatever it's called, just to make sure that there's actually no type of filter in there, and what you're seeing are the actual results of the polishing. Next, we're literally just going to repeat that same process on the other side, and we're going to get similar results, and then we're going to take that and do that throughout the entire vehicle. For the smaller, tighter areas, I'm using Adams Polish's 3-inch swirl killer or swirl remover killer, something like that. Check the links down below. With the Oberk's, again, same thing, the Oberk's Supreme Polish and Oberk's 3-inch yellow foam polishing pad. Same thing, same concept, same process, just in a smaller area. Now, if you're doing a heavy correction and you're doing like a two-step polish, then you're gonna compound and polish the vehicle, then you would want to tape off and mask off the edges of, let's say, the trim, which is the mirror, the trim on the door to the window, and the vinyl graphics there for the Abarth, that red strip there. You'd want to take them off just since you're gonna be polishing so much. Then you don't want to kind of put that polish on areas that that are just gonna make it extra work for you at the end. But here again, strict on time, being very careful, and again, I didn't even polish the entire vehicle. I just did the parts what would really change the vehicle's appearance, and as you can tell, it's working pretty well. And if you can't tell, I'm speeding up this process. This is just the Adams Polish's paint prep polish thing, to make sure there's no oils or anything left on the vehicle before applying the sealant. As you can see, the sun is going down pretty quickly, so I've been booking it since I started to apply the wax because I was running so short on sunlight to show you the afters. I'm using Adam Polish's glass cleaner with one. That green towel is from Adam Polish's. That yellow towel, I'm not sure where it's from. It could be from them also, but I always use a 2 towel combination. One towel to get off the majority of whatever's on the window or glass, and then the second one to remove the streaks. Here, because we have prepped the vehicle so much, the glass was as clean as it can be already. Here, it was just a very gentle wiping just to make sure that there's no streaks or anything. And here we are. The detail is complete, and unfortunately and obviously the sun is no longer out, so I couldn't give you a dramatic after, but the next day the customer did say the vehicle was looking amazing. If you're interested in any of the tools and products that I use, check the description box down below. There will also be links to the guides and resources if you want to start your business. Other than that, let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section down below, and I'll see you on the next one.